Important to take a step forward, actually, from Herodotus and look at Plato and Aristotle. And the reason I'm looking at Plato and Aristotle, they're after Herodotus, is because Plato and Aristotle tell us a lot about what the Greeks thought about women. Plato. Plato has a play called the Symposium. And the subject matter to be discussed at the Symposium is, in fact, love. It's interesting that none of the people there to speak about love are women. It's just going to be a conversation entirely held by men about love. It turns out that there were two Aphrodites. There's the older Aphrodite and the younger Aphrodite. The older Aphrodite was the goddess of love of a thing for the sake of the thing. In other words, it's unconditional love. The younger
I want to point something out here that was interesting to me because I didn't read the Symposium until a long time after this, but there was a point where I was saying, I think I've already put this out there on several occasions, is that women love opportunistically and men love idealistically. And this is like absolute confirmation of that.
Aphrodite is the goddess of Eros and Philos. So Eros, of course, is erotic love. It's the lusty love that you have. And then there's Philos. And Philos, according to the Greeks, is love for a thing because of its virtue. Like you love the thing because of its essence. And then but then there's the other Aphrodite. She's the goddess of what we would probably today call agape. Agape is that unconditional love. Now, here's what the Greeks said at the Symposium. Everybody was capable of Eros and Philos, but women were not capable of agape. That a woman could only do Eros and Philos. So in other words, if you're a man and you want to have a relationship that includes you receiving agape, the only way to do that would be to have a homosexual relationship. Because you could have your Eros and your Philos in that homosexual relationship, and because the other person is a man, he could return the agape you gave him. So that made homosexual love the most superior form of love. Heterosexual love was the next. It was inferior to homosexual love because a man could express agape to his wife, but because his wife was incapable of agape, it could not be returned. And then, of course, lesbian love was the least valuable because there was no agape involved whatsoever.